That's the first time of many that your microphone's gonna fall off the table.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Every time I turn around for a beer, the microphone falls.
And now, from the Trench Run Studios in Hollywood, Florida, it's Trench Run with Brian and Kenny. No Nick today.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, Nick is not here tonight. It's gonna be a little bit different tonight.
Yeah, so we'll try to be, maybe not so boring. It's just us. Nick's not here to rein us in, so we will probably get off the rails quite a bit.
Yeah, it'll be early and often train wreck.
And I think with that, I'm ready for another beer.
Okay, cool.
You're welcome to keep talking while I get that beer.
Fucking microphone fell off the table.
So anyway, so we're here. We got no Nick tonight. He apparently had to work tonight. He scheduled us for this recording.
And then bounced.
And then found something better to do, apparently.
The things that man will do to get out of watching the Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, exactly. He missed it the first go around.
So he's just like, you know what? I so don't want to watch that show. I'm just gonna work.
Yeah, I watched it again, and you know what? I remember why I liked that show so much. Like, I was a big fan of those first two episodes.
I didn't watch it because I was gonna watch it today, and then he canceled. So I'm like, you know what? I'll watch it next week when we actually talk about it.
Oh, so we're not reviewing it today then?
Well, I mean, we could take an hour and a half break.
Or we could just go on and with our nonsense.
Yes, we have plenty of that. So, yeah, Nick, you are missed, and we still need you to post this podcast. So,
Yeah, without you, this won't get edited.
so pleasantries and salutations to Nick,
Yes, we hope you have a safe night at work.
and then subsequent day at work tomorrow.
And then probably all through your YouTube movie.
Oh, he's got so he's got to go to a movie, I'm sure, and then the review movie, and then go to sleep.
And then watch a trailer reaction. I'm sorry, watch a trailer and react to it.
Oh, yes. I never imagined, like, when I was a kid or even, like, as I grew up, like, you see a movie trailer, that there would ever be somebody that, like, hey, I want to film myself staring at this trailer for 2.5 minutes.
I gotta be honest, like, as a kid growing up, like, if I saw if I went to a movie, I was like, I don't want to sit through commercials.
I know, and now I love the trailers,
Yeah,
but
me
still, like, filming, oh, no, yeah, let's get to the main event already,
Yeah.
but,
I
like,
came here to see He-Man. Like, I'm not here to watch movie trailers for Back
half
to the
hour.
Future.
Like, yeah, it's pretty long time now, but yeah, like, just somebody saying, oh, hey, react on the spot to this 2.5 minute trailer. It's good, or maybe I won't see it.
Speaking of trailer reactions, so let's just jump right in because we found a doozy of a video for you.
This guy, I feel something for this young man. Maybe someone should keep an eye on his videos and alert the authorities.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
some
gonna
point.
lie. We found this guy like on a video he posted a long time ago, and they talked about it on the Chutaka podcast, and like he's interesting. He's an interesting character, and we found a trailer react to the Mandalorian trailer. So we'll
We just want to see what this young man thinks about the Mandalorian. We both were very impressed with it. The Mandalorian trailer, that is.
But let's see what this guy, Black Metal Vampire, has to say about the Mandalorian trailer.
And hey gang, it's me again. Today I'm gonna be reacting to The Mandalorian, but I still have my doubts that there's gonna be a man in that Mandalorian suit. So let's get started. You know how Disney is, they love to stab their own fans in the back.
Yeah.
He's a very positive fella, and like you've got to see the video. Number one, he recorded it from his phone in the
Blurriest method possible.
with
Let's see.
in the vertical.
I hate verticality.
Yeah. There's like a lot of verticality in this video. So it's it's one narrow video of this dude's living room, which is filled with all kinds of nonsense and knickknacks.
Candles and such.
A lot of candles under the TV.
So
if you-
just pretend you're watching the Mandalorian trailer that we've all seen a million times in this man's living room. But really, once again, we should probably keep an eye on this guy and alert the authorities if he goes rambling on about something.
And yeah, we haven't paused anything. His reaction video is he's not reacting
At all.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Basically, he's just watching the video and recording the TV.
And we're watching him watch the video recording the TV.
So, hopefully he'll get some words in here at some point.
The things we can do to get distracted when Nick's not around. Oh, here we go.
And what do I think of it? It's okay, but I still have my doubts
What do you think about it?
about it. You know how Disney is. They love to replace men with females because those guys are supposedly toxic. Masculinity is a disease and it needs to be wiped out.
Okay.
So anyway, hope y'all do enjoy this video. Please do leave a like and don't forget
Thank
to
you
subscribe to our channel.
for
Don't
your
forget to follow me on
15
Amino and TikTok, and I'll see you next video.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I don't know exactly what his reaction to the trailer was.
The actual trailer, he had no reaction, but Disney still has a very strong dislike
For their female characters.
hatred of toxic masculinity. And yes, replacing men with women.
I guess that's why he has doubts about there being a man in The Mandalorian.
Even though it's the main character is played by a man,
Yes,
and we already know that.
but yes.
Maybe they're gonna play a last-second switcheroo and put Gina Carano in the freaking Mandalorian costume, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
If yeah.
That guy, yeah, definitely put that guy on Suicide Watch if that happens.
Yeah, I mean, we scrolled through some of his other videos, and there's some disturbing stuff in there.
Yeah, and if I don't like, if the man's had like 3 jobs already since like July.
And he's posted about all of them.
He
And
lets you know
his-
everything.
His likes and dislikes, and I believe if I'm correct right now, I think he's unemployed because he told them what he thought at his last job.
And they made him be there right at the time that he
Yeah,
was
they
supposed to
wanted
be
him there. They wanted him there on time.
and that was just not
He wasn't happy about that.
like, how dare they?
And in another
Freaking
one,
SJWs making me be here on time.
and in another one, he was talking about a Mexican woman who was telling him not to be stressed, and he doesn't seem to be the kind of person who likes Mexican women.
Or to be told what to do by any woman.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just thinking, one day we're gonna see this guy pop up on the news somewhere.
So we had another one, right? Did we have another Star Wars react? Or Star Wars, like,
Yeah, I think we did.
hater, whatever we're calling this segment. We still haven't came up with a name for this segment.
No, we need to do that. We need to come up with a name and a like a sound drop.
And we're going to, I promise you, we will get to the actual news. which
Do we have actual news?
Probably
Yeah,
not.
yeah, a
I
little
think
bit,
this is
maybe.
it's a slow week, but we'll come up with something.
See, we don't have Nick here to steer the ship, so we're just kind of going in any direction we want to. We're going in
Telling
circles.
you, he didn't actually have to work. He just didn't want to watch Rebels. He's just like, he got in his car and went and hid for like a couple hours.
And it was so good. Like I watched it last night, and I was like, man, this show was really good.
Yeah. I know.
Even like you sent a text about droids in distress. It was a great episode.
You okay? Yeah, I remembered it was R2 and 3PO kind of centric.
But it wasn't R2 and 3PO centric. Like they were characters in the show, but it wasn't about them. They weren't going to a droid spa.
It's been about a year since I've seen it, so I forgot specifically what happened. But yeah, I mean, honestly, and I know I praised Clone Wars, but honestly, I think just Rebels might be better, just in the sense that there's no down. To me, there was no real down episodes. I mean, I had a problem, which we'll get into when we actually review it, but I had a problem with Ezra at the start. Like, he's just a whiny kid. And I get it, he's supposed to be relatable to other kids who, didn't have, their parents are gone, so he's the other kids that are watching on Disney are supposed to be able to relate to, like, the feelings that they would get if their parents were gone or whatever. But he was annoying, but he definitely grew on you as the series went on. Even as the first season went on, he started getting better.
I mean, like I said, I watched the first couple episodes, and I don't think he was.
Well, maybe
he wasn't.
He
wasn't really annoying yet, but
I'm
maybe
anxious to see if the second time I watch it, because I'll know what he turns into, and I'll be watching it with like different eyes.
Yeah, and like I was watching it, and it's like it's been so long, like it was a good refresher.
Yeah. Speaking of different eyes, how about Leviathan eyes?
Leviathan eyes. They're watching you. They see your every move. Anyway, this is the guy. Leviathan eyes is the guy who comes up with the Star Wars D23 rant. - that lightsaber is stupid. Period. So here we go.
What the fuck is Leviathan? While we watch. Oh, twin sons.
He's drinking a beer.
Sharky's t-shirt, drinking a beer. With no sound?
So this movie is like September, October, November, 4 months out, and we haven't gotten like an actual real like trailer. We got a teaser, and this one too. I don't care what anybody says. This isn't a trailer. It's a teaser. Half of this trailer is stuff we've already seen.
And nobody's ever said it was a trailer.
That battle was
That whole
stupid.
thing again.
Finally, a Star Wars fleet drop.
Well, I mean, at least he's reacting. I'll give him that.
That is true.
I'm not excited at all.
But
Not
you're
even
gonna go see it on the first fucking day, so
Also,
obviously
what's going on
you're excited.
right here? I'm
Th-
about like
this would be the Star
85%
Destroyers.
Sure, this is just like a Force prophecy, Force dream, whatever Rey had in the Force Awakens when in Maz's castle. Like,
yeah,
in
have
what
another
universe
whatever. Like,
is this an
Have another
effective
pull from that bottle.
formation of warships?
it's a
Like,
fucking
are they
formation of
traveling down the
warships. How is
Panama
that?
Canal of
Why are you
freaking
talking about the
galaxy?
Panama
I don't
Canal?
get it. It's gotta be a Force.
Yeah, I don't
You
get.
don't
I don't
know
get
anything
his
about
reference to
Same
the
thing
Panama.
with
Canal.
Dar
Evil
freaking
Rey.
war.
She's a Dagobah. Like, she's in the same tree Luke Skywalker was in freaking...
Did he say Dagobah?
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
He's
And
got
what
a
is,
t-shirt
like,
from the
what
bar.
is up with her freaking lightsaber variation? What is up with that design? Like, did not Rey carry around a staff for the last two
What would you
movies, and
design
she
there,
can't
Sharky's
carry
man?
a full-on double-bladed lightsaber? No, it has to freaking be some sort of, like, ooh, it's a new contraption.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
this is what
the
I
freaking
mean in
future,
my last
man.
video where none of
We
it's
all have new
new. It's
contraptions.
just
iPhone
updated.
11, hello.
Okay, she's got a double
None of it's new, it's just updated.
collapsible now. New. I think I'm just that old man now who's just irritated at
You
all the
are.
new shit.
You're
But I just
irritating
think
And
they can be
he
doing
looks like he's
so
like
much
30.
better. I don't know. Maybe I've been
The
drinking
old
too
man
much.
that's
But
younger
let me know
than
in the
us.
comments
Yeah.
what you think of the new trailer, because this wasn't. People are like, the internet is saying it's a trailer. It's not a trailer. It was basically
If the internet says it, it must be true.
that.
This guy got
used
3 likes
nostalgia to make the
and
last
35
minute
views,
fucking
which I
pop.
swear
Let me know
we've
in the
watched this like
comments
twice.
what you
So,
think. And
Well, we've watched it
always,
twice
feel free
tonight
to disagree.
and once last week.
so
So
he would only have 32 views if it weren't for us.
yeah.
By the way, Leviathan is a creature with the form of a sea monster from Jewish belief.
Oh, wow. There you go, folks. So what else do we got? Let's talk about some news.
Let's actually get to the news, yeah, because I know that's Nick's thing, and we don't hate talking about news at all.
We just hate talking about dumb news.
Like friggin' AT on the side of the road or whatever it was.
Or a Lego Battle of Crate.
Love you, Nick. Okay, so just some of the things that I found, which I don't scour that far deep into the internet like you guys do, but Jon Favreau apparently, and I don't know how this came up. I didn't really do a lot of research into this, but he said he made a comment apparently about how he may be interested in making a second holiday special, and I think that's pretty cool, for sure. What do you think? You think it's bullshit? It's probably bullshit. Like,
I think it was one of those just like he's getting asked questions about the Mandalorian, and then somebody says, "Hey, what else are you gonna do?" And he says, "Oh, maybe I'll do another Star Wars holiday special."
if you like that, you should let Disney know, or something. But yeah,
I think it was more of just a, yeah, maybe I do another.
I think there's a lot of people out there that are Star Wars fans that have no idea that the first one exists, and I think
You're doing yourself a disservice if you. Well, you,
check out
you could be doing yourself a disservice if you watch it, but
check out our archives. We did a watch along for the 40th anniversary of the first holiday special, and it's even on Nick's Movie Emporium page. There you go, Nick. A cheap plug for you, where he actually plays. Is it? I wonder if it's still on there. Did they like?
yeah, didn't he have some kind of copyright?
They may have taken it
infringement?
down, but it's definitely still in our archives. But yeah, definitely do a watch along with it, and I think feel free to jump in and listen to that. But
I'm sure, that was pretty early on in our podcasting career, so I'm sure if we did it now, we could be a little bit
well, I would love to do a watch along on the second one if they ever put it
more
out there.
descriptive.
But no, I mean, it would be kind of cool. I wonder if it would be like the same thing. I don't. I kind of know why it was not well received, just because it was
'Cause it
kind
was
of
terrible.
exactly. But like, would you still want to kind of pay homage or homage or whatever to it by still having some kind of throwback like that to like the Wookiee, Lumpy, and the
Itchy.
Itchy and the fucking Mala and all them, and see what they're up to still 40 years later. I mean, they live to be old as shit, so they're probably still alive. And what kind of
Fucking Lumpy's probably still he's probably still in high school.
so I know they're not very smart creatures, so they have like 13 years of high school.
Well, plus they lived to like Chewie was 200, so
Yeah,
if he was like 10, he's probably
you still got a long ways to go.
high school is probably like 70 years.
But so yeah, like if you had a gymnastics routine, who would be in it? Would it be like the United States women's national team or whatever, like doing some routine on your hologram table? And then like you're doing VR, like who's in your VR telling you that they want to experience you or whatever?
So you don't want like a sequel. You just want like a reboot. Like
But no, I don't want a complete reboot. I want some, throwbacks to, some kind
that's
of
what I'm saying. Not a reboot so much. You want to you want to redo it. Like the 70s version, you want it to be
some parts of it. So like I don't
redone.
need a cartoon with Boba Fett, and I
That
don't
was
need
the best part.
and I don't need well, the cooking show was fun. Whatever the hell was going on with Lumpy in his bedroom, with the he was trying to make a robot, or he was trying to make, I don't remember what he was trying to do.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But some of the things, when he was going out, like he was walking the plank of his fucking treehouse, and maybe that's a little, we don't need all that, but just some kind of because holiday specials you have to have just different. It's like a variety show, like a. Here's a gymnastics routine. Here's a song from
Jefferson Starship.
exactly. But now you have to put a little more modern
Yeah, that guy
twist
died.
to it. Like,
Guy
here,
died last year though.
here's the Killers playing some song or whatever, and here's someone.
Spaceman.
Exactly. And it could be, instead of Han and Chewie getting home for Life Day, it's Rey and Chewie, trying to get him home for Life Day.
Because Han's dead.
Because Han's dead. The spoiler alert. He's gone.
Maybe they have like Han's memorial service or something on Life Day.
Oh yeah, so just trying to get everybody back.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Leia's just too broken up. She can't get there, so she's not in it.
She's broken up, all right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What would you think if you were to say, if they were to say, "Hey, we're making a holiday special tomorrow," what would you want there to be?
What would I want there to be? I would want the Boba Fett cartoon.
But they
I
already
want
had a
more-
Boba Fett cartoon. Would you want a different cartoon?
I would want another cartoon in that animation style.
Okay, well, and about what? Do you have any ideas of?
I don't really have a. You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
But I mean, I just came up with some of that on the spot. So like, you got an hour and a half or whatever to kill. So you got a cartoon of that animation style.
And we have the Killers doing Spaceman in there.
In are they in VR or are they just like, how are they incorporated?
Yeah, I mean it's got to be. It's because you can't have them playing in the Wookiee treehouse.
So they're in VR. Okay.
And we're on Kashyyyk again.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So or they're just watching them on TV.
So Lumpy's now like 80, so he's got a family of his own.
Okay. Yeah, youngster.
So yeah, so maybe we're in Lumpy's house.
He's not 49 or whatever now, or how old was he then?
I don't know. I'm thinking
He could have been 40.
I'm thinking he was like 40.
Even though he was a little kid.
He was a little kid, 40 years old. Yeah. So you got Lumpy now and his family. I'm thinking, and his wife Gretchen.
Okay.
Just came up with that. Right now.
I'm on board.
His wife Gretchen and their child. I don't
Sticks.
know. Sticks. Okay. and then I guess you got Grandpa Chewy.
Grandpa Chewy and great grandpa.
Grandpa Chewy will be the one that's rubbing one out during the show.
Rubbing one out to Diane Carroll. Is she still alive? Like maybe she can make a comeback.
I think we looked at.
Did we do that already? I forgot.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
But it's been a long year. Maybe she could have.
It's almost a year ago that we.
Maybe she could have passed in the year. We're gonna look it up real quick. But yeah, so that would be kind of fun. I would like to see something. I mean, not even this Christmas. Maybe next Christmas. It's too soon for now. Although they did do a whole Breaking Bad movie and nobody knew about it, so maybe they already filmed it and they're just gonna drop it on yes, she's still alive. Like how the hell? She was born in 1935, so she is currently 84. So, Itchy, if you're trying to experience Diane Carroll at 84, they don't age quite like you do. They're Itchy.
Pretty sure Itchy's dead at this point, at least in my head canon.
How old do you think he was then? If he was, you think he was like 350 or something, pushing 400?
Yeah, I'm thinking a good 250, maybe 300.
And you know that people have to have seen the Star Wars Holiday Special to get most of the references we're talking about here, right?
Yeah, but anybody that's listening to us knows that most of what's coming out of our mouths is nonsense at this point. They're still along for the ride.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, what else? Do you have anything else that you want to add that you think it would be kind of fun to see in a holiday special, a Life Day event?
Not really.
See, it's just like surprise me there, Jon Favreau, and we'll see what we get.
I honestly think he was just tongue in cheek. Oh, maybe we'll do a holiday special, and everybody jumped on that. Oh, Jon Favreau's going to do a holiday special.
Did you see that Bill Burr? Do you know who Bill Burr is, by the way?
Yes, and I know he was in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I saw that today.
He's the bald-headed guy in the Twilight scene.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't really see that. They said he was in the trailer. I didn't see that part. I'm a big Bill Burr fan. I like F is for Family on Netflix.
I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of that.
And I like his comedy. I like his podcast. What's the Monday morning podcast that he does? It's usually pretty funny. So yeah, and he was in Breaking Bad. Also,
I don't remember him in Breaking Bad.
He was like one of Saul's henchmen. I think he was one of the ones. I haven't got that part in my rewatch, but he was one of the ones that laid down on the big pile of money.
He's not the guy
with
who
Huel.
He's not the guy who did Skyler kill a guy or something?
I forget.
Or he was trying to kill her and.
You're beyond where I've got in my rewatch, so I've been trying to stay away from re-spoilers, even though I've already seen it, just to try to not, because I kind of forgot everything that happened. I watched it all however many years ago. So anyway, but yeah, he was in Breaking Bad, so it's kind of cool. I like him, and I read though that he was not a Star Wars fan, and now he's in Star Wars, which is, I wonder how many people are in Star Wars.
I don't think you read that. I think you heard it on Chewtalker.
Actually, they were talking about it on Rebel Force.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, actually, they weren't talking. I did read that. Yeah, I read it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned it on Chewtalker. That's where I heard it.
That he wasn't a Star Wars fan?
Yeah.
They probably mentioned it, on the same article I read. Because he was talking about he wasn't a big Star Wars fan. And, but now apparently he is. I wonder how many other people there are in Star Wars were not Star Wars fans before they were in Star Wars.
Alec Guinness. Mark Hamill. Harrison Ford. Carrie Fisher.
Okay, so starting in like
Peter
the
Cushing.
prequel era,
Or maybe like
you know,
Empire
like
Strikes Back
Hayden
era.
Christensen had never seen Star Wars or something. I don't know if that's true. Or what's his face, Jake Lloyd. You know,
Anthony Daniels. Kenny Baker.
yes, I get it. Just
I could keep going.
Don't, no, please don't. James Earl Jones.
I
Anyway.
said Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
I said
So, but no. You know, I wonder like if that. Yeah, whatever. It's not important. But
None of this is important.
what other news do we have here? We had this is more up your alley. I saw they're starting to release some of the toys and the vintage and the Black Series and stuff like that.
Yeah,
New
so
waves.
they're not really releasing it.
Or
it's leaking.
leaking and pictures of them and stuff like that.
So yeah, I mean, again, I'm not buying any of the Black Series, and from what I've seen on these leaks, they're coming out. I don't know. Let's say 8 new figures on Triple Force Friday,
Which
But
is
appar-
when?
What's that?
What day is that?
October 4th.
It's a Friday. Okay.
It's an important day. There's a lot of shit going on that day.
Well, there's a
That's
major,
it.
it's
That's it.
SmackDown.
SmackDown debuts
Plus,
on
there's
Fox.
a Major League Baseball playoff game that day, which I know the Phillies aren't going to be in, but the Cardinals have a pretty good chance of being.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. There's something else. There's something else though that day. I don't remember what.
That's a Friday, right? So I don't know what the hell else is going on Friday, October 4th, other than
There's something else. There's a third thing because I keep hearing stuff that's happening on October 4th, and I'm like, holy shit, Triple Force Friday is booked solid.
That's Game 2 of the NLDS. So hopefully the Cardinals are in it, and will be playing that day. But
Well, I mean, I'll be rooting for them because the Phillies won't be there. So go Cards.
But yeah, as far and then SmackDown opening day or whatever you want to call it, season.
Day of
Oh, they're
SmackDown.
calling it the season premiere of SmackDown, and yeah, I don't know what else. And Triple Force Friday apparently.
That'll be the Brock Lesnar Kofi Kingston match.
Yeah,
And,
we already know who's gonna win that.
Hopefully Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, no, that's gonna happen.
You know me. I'm not a Kofi Kingston fan.
I wonder. Yeah, I don't see him winning at all.
And unfortunately, he probably will.
But how? How's he gonna beat Brock Lesnar?
I don't know.
It's gotta be some kind of like
Just because I don't want him to.
I want to see Big E get involved.
It's like I don't know. There's just very few wrestlers I can't get behind. Kofi Kingston's one, Rey Mysterio's another,
Yeah.
and there's another one, R-Truth. He's just awful.
Okay. Alexa Bliss.
I can get behind Alexa Bliss.
Something went wrong.
Shut up, Alexa.
Every time you talk about Alexa Bliss, then friggin' the Amazon dot fires up.
Okay. Anyway, so
So what were we talking
we
about?
were talking about the
Oh,
Triple
so
Force
toys.
Friday
Yeah,
releases.
we're-
and
we're-
stuff.
how
Yeah,
do I
that's
get
your
s-
alley.
How do I get sidetracked when
We
we're
were
talking
talking about
toys?
Triple Force Friday and all the things that are happening that day. On
So
October
yeah,
4th.
so there's I don't know I don't know the facts on this. Let's say there's 8 figures coming out, but instead of just releasing the figures, they're coming out with different packaging. So there's like Platinum Series and first editions and regular releases. So you could get a Rey Episode 9 figure in like 4 different colored boxes.
yeah, that's not.
It's kind
For
of
me.
ridiculous.
But I mean, I you say that as I look behind you, you got like 15 Darth Vaders.
But they're all different.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, I know they're all different. But anyway, well, I mean, if you give me 3 3/4-inch figures in different packaging, I will probably buy the different packaging. But I don't really have an interest in the 6-inch figures, and so putting them in different packaging isn't going to make me
Right.
want to buy any of them.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So your note was actually on the vintage collection, and I am excited for those. They look really good. There's quite a few of those. You've got a Rey, you've got a Poe Dameron, you've got a Yavin Ceremony Luke, and this is just off the top of my head. Did I say a Sith Trooper? Knight of Ren.
Yeah, there's like a Jedi.
Yeah. So Zori Bliss. So I'm excited for the vintage collection. Those are some super looking figures.
Why is there a Luke though? Like, can you just not go like one freaking way without selling a freaking Luke?
It's awesome. It's a freaking Yavin ceremony Luke.
Okay, but like, come on with that already.
Because number one, like the episode 9 figures probably won't sell super well.
So that's why you need the Luke.
I don't even know. I don't even think it's the X-wing Luke that's in this wave. I think it's.
Why they got a picture of it sitting next to the Rey and the freaking Sith Jedi?
I'm not sure. Like there's 2 Lukes that are
Jet
about
Trooper.
to come out. There's 2 Lukes that are about to come out. There's X-wing Luke and there's Yavin ceremony Luke.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So this was what I got on. It was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So it went on sale that day, and I picked that up. But that X-wing Luke is the X-wing Luke that's going to come single carded.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's the one
figure.
in the picture that I have. Okay. But yeah, so like I guess they're doing that because they don't think that the other ones are gonna sell right away.
That X-wing Luke will fucking fly off the shelf though.
Right. But the Zori Bliss will not.
Zori Bliss might, but the Poe and the Rey,
They're gonna be there for a while.
they're going to be the peg warmers of this wave.
They're gonna be the Rose Tico pops
Or Snoke.
or Snoke pops that you can
So
still
you
get.
can still find Snoke pops everywhere.
Yeah. And I don't see that going away anytime soon.
And General Lando out of that Return of the Jedi pop wave. That's the one I find everywhere.
Really?
Nobody else. So you've got all those figures coming out, and then you've got Poe Dameron's Rise of Skywalker X-wing. It looks kind of like a creamsicle. It's
But it's very nice. I like it. It's cool.
it's
you know?
cool, and the
For
packaging is phenomenal.
$100, I don't know, maybe, but for the actual, item, I like it.
Yeah, I mean those TIE fighters were also $99.99 when they came out, and I got mine for $10.
Yeah,
so.
so there's not much I like for $100 in this world. So
And then they're saying that there's still also a Rogue 5 Luke Skywalker Vintage Collection X-wing, which is the same price point coming out as well.
so is that Triple Force Friday, or is that like a different day, or?
It actually says that I think Triple Force Friday, the Luke Skywalker X-wing is coming out, and this one says it's coming out in May, and I'm getting this from Yakface,
So that's like still got almost a year.
yakface.com.
Yes. Yeah. See, I still don't know all these sites as much as you do. I like making Star Wars or whatever that's called, Star Wars News Net or some shit.
I've got like 4 go-to, and then a couple like that I'll check out every once in a while. But yakface.com, Jedi Temple Archives, those are my 2 toy go-to websites.
I only go to these places like once every couple weeks.
See, I
Let
go
me get back
to
in
them.
the-
I go to them once a day.
Like, let me get
At
back in the
least.
Star Wars mindset before we do a podcast. I guess I forgot about it. For
Well, I mean, I've got my hobby of toy,
yeah, you do.
toy
You
collecting.
do. So yeah, for sure. Who's the redhead over there
There?
on the second level? Yeah, who is that? I can't see.
That was one of Jabba's dancers from the Return of the Jedi Special Edition.
Okay, and she's next to.
She's next to 2 other dancers plus Ula, the dancer that went into the Rancor pit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb. Cool.
Yeah, that's that whole shelf there. Like
It's from.
well, at least the first 3 levels is all Jabba's palace.
From okay. Let's say they all look the same, or they all look like from Return.
So anyway, so back to news now. I think we covered enough on the toys, right?
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you wanted to talk about toys, I wanted to add that because I don't know if you had extra toys or new toys or anything.
What do you got? Any Funko Pop news?
I haven't touched or bought or seen anything about. Well, I haven't bought a Funko Pop in a while.
I carried a Kool-Aid Man around Target,
and then you decided against it.
I was getting close to the register, and I'm like, eh.
I still regret not buying that Colonel Sanders that one day, and I haven't seen him since.
I've never seen it. If I would have seen a Colonel Sanders, I absolutely would have bought it.
I had it and I just didn't buy it. But you didn't buy anything else?
No,
I haven't seen any leaks or anything for the Rise of Skywalker Pops. You'd think there would have been something at least shown.
yeah,
at this point.
I've seen leaks on Legos. I've seen leaks on Hasbro stuff, but no Funko Pop leaks.
And okay, so then the other kind of this news I had was Resistance wins a Saturn Award, and maybe Nick would be better off talking about what a Saturn Award is. But like, as far as any,
I don't know what a Saturn Award is.
but my whole thing with that was like, wow, Resistance won an award for best animated series or whatever, and I'm like, I hated that show for about most of season
For like
1,
90% of the
and then
first
all of a
season.
sudden I'm like, wait, this all of a sudden doesn't suck anymore, and I like it, and it beat out like The Simpsons and Family Guy and stuff like that for that award, which I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's serious apparently. So good for them. Good on them. I'm glad our friend of the podcast, Dave Filoni.
Yeah, congratulations, Dave.
Won an award
We'll have to have a beer and celebrate
and
next
have
time
you
we see
on
you.
again.
Yeah, again, like we always do when we see you.
Of course. But so yeah, and honestly, I still haven't even gotten around to watching the season 2 trailer yet. But
Really?
I'm sure I'll like it. It just I haven't gotten around to it.
That's crazy.
Maybe we could post our reacts where I just stare at it and don't say anything about it.
And react like once it's over.
Or just nod my head like Nick does on his
But
reacts.
I mean, as much as
Love you, Nick.
hey everybody, yeah, I mean, as much as we're laughing at this knucklehead who's posting react videos and not talking at all or reacting during the video, like I'm pretty sure I watch a trailer the same way. I just
Don't
turn it
post
on.
it on YouTube.
Well, I just don't post it on YouTube. I turn it on and I watch it, and I don't know. Like most things in life, I have no reaction. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like it.
All right, so do you have anything on Resistance or any of that type of stuff?
Resistance. Congratulations on the Saturn Award,
Okay.
and I'm looking forward to season 2. I stuck with it. I was the only one out of the three of us who stuck with that show from episode 1 and watched it religiously every week when it came out and stuck with it, and I was not happy. Just like you.
It does suck that they're going to
But
end.
I
at
didn't give
season-
up on it.
They're
I
going to
kept
end
going.
at season 2 though, because just when they're starting to find their footing, they're going to end. And I get it. You really can't go if they're going to catch up to Rise of Skywalker. They don't want them going beyond Rise of Skywalker, or Disney doesn't. And I get it. I get why. It's uncharted territory as far as like the canon goes. So it's not going to be some little watched cartoon on Disney Channel that's going to do it, but they just finding their footing, and I would have liked to have seen more, but we're going to end at season 2, which I guess end while they still want you. It's good, unlike us.
Go out on top. Like, yeah, we're not ending. Nobody wants us, but we're not ending.
We're going to keep on going.
Keep on going. Keep on trucking. So what else we got? We got
That's it for news, I think. Unless you have any other news you want to talk about.
No, not really. I mean, I don't. It was not a busy news week, and I mean, I think it's gonna be slow out there until Triple Force Friday hits, and then I'll be all giddy with new toys. And although I really think outside of the vintage collection, I'm not really looking all that forward to. You're distracting me. Really not looking forward to all that many toy releases. Like, I'm not looking forward to the Black Series. I'm not looking forward to this Galaxy of Adventures bullshit. 5-inch figures in a cartoony looking form.
Yeah, I know you're not a fan.
I'm not looking forward to that at all. So I sound like one of those.
We should post a make fun of you video of you bitching about Galaxy of Adventures toys. Like this fucking guy.
But here's my thing. Like, I mean, I don't want it for me, but if there's kids that like it and want to get into it and that's their toys, like, that's awesome. I'm all for it, and I hope they do well. But it's just not. It's not me. It's not what I grew up with and what I like, and pretty much.
Okay. Oh wait, folks. We have breaking news. Okay, so we're gonna do a little thing here on the podcast where we have come up with some in-universe news headlines that we're gonna discuss on our news program, on our breaking news program.
This is in universe.
This is in universe where perhaps some liberties were taken with continuity and canon, but if it happens in the universe, it happens. We cover it here on Trench Run's news network.
And we're calling this segment Breaking News.
Okay, so did you hear about this? The Queen of Naboo arrested for illicit affair with a 9-year-old boy.
Wow.
Wow, breaking.
A 9-year-old boy.
9-year-old boy. She went out of her country or of her planet and went all the way to visit this 9-year-old boy in his own world while he was in slave custody.
So she traveled just to meet this 9-year-old.
Yes, and then they began this illicit affair while under the watchful eye of other Jedi, and a slave master, Watto, was there. So
Well, I mean, that explains why why the Jedi are no more at this point.
that they allowed this travesty to happen.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it
A
is.
scumbag queen.
Okay, what other breaking news do you have?
So I saw this article. Old hermit arrested for stalking an 8-year-old farm boy.
What is going on in this world? We got a queen starting a relationship with a 9-year-old.
Exactly, and now you've got this old man. From what I read, the authorities said that this old man was seen around the this farm of like the Lars homestead, I believe it was.
Oh, okay.
And this old man was seen there. He was just watching this 8-year-old boy run
Just
around.
from like the bushes or whatever of Tatooine.
Well, the dunes, I
the
believe. it was
dunes. There's no
dunes.
bush.
No, it's not a lot of bushes there on Tatooine.
They're all shaved off.
Well, I don't think they're shaved. I just think they're barren.
They just didn't
They're
grow.
there's just no bush.
Just no grass on the infield. Okay.
But yeah, but anyway, this guy is seen, and I think at one point he approached the 8-year-old boy and was it just seemed inappropriate, and his uncle did not like it at all. And
Yeah, he's overstepped his bounds.
He called the authorities, and the old hermit was arrested.
Okay, Mr. Does the hermit have a name? Do we need to get-
Kenobi, I think.
Oh,
I think it was
old
Ben.
Ben.
Old Ben.
Okay.
Lives somewhere out in the Dune Sea.
I can't wait to see that mugshot.
Yeah, exactly. So, and have you seen anything else?
Just in, and I'm reading this off the wire, folks. So this, I'm not real sure which word to accentuate here. It could mean two different things here. So I'm getting this into me, and I'm reading it. Nobody's actually spoken it. I don't have any sources, but it says chosen one turns on group of boys. So it could either be chosen one turns on group of boys, or it could be chosen one turns on group of boys. So it depends on which word you want to.
This could be another.
Yes. So
this is
it just
disgusting.
depends on which word you want to accentuate, whether it's turns or on. It could mean completely different things.
So you have no context for
I
this
have no
article? You
context here.
saw the
It just came across the wire, and I just read it, and it could mean anything really. It could mean that the chosen one turned on them, or he turned on them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do. It sounds to me like another disgusting, turn of events for children.
It's pretty, off topic here. It's pretty alarming that the first three things that we've found here in the Star Wars universe have to go down that road. So let's see if we have anything lighter. Do we have any lighter news? Oh, actually, one more time. I do have something. I do have something a little more positive. It is a Make-A-Wish miracle, folks. Dathomirian man gets new legs, folks. So it's a miracle. He was down and out. He had fallen from a great height.
What kind of witchcraft is this?
It's some kind of Night Sister situation going on here. Well, but it's a miracle, and he put it in, and he was granted these new legs, and now he can walk.
Thank the Force.
Thank the Force for that, folks. Thank the Force.
I have one here. There's a Coruscant citizen who was walking when he was struck by a falling Jedi.
Oh.
So apparently, I read this article, and apparently this guy was walking, and he got struck by something, which was apparently a hand. And then he looked up, and as he was looking up, boom, he's crushed by a freaking fallen Jedi. So a man killed by falling Jedi.
What what did this Jedi look like?
Black guy.
Okay, he looked like
He looked
kind of looked like Mace Windu.
No, well, some people said he looked kind of like he looked something like Nick Fury, but he didn't have an eye patch.
Wow, that's something.
So yeah, there you go. You got anything else?
Yeah, I do. Coming into something breaking news. Slaves on Kessel were captured and killed after being set free by a rambunctious droid. So this droid just decided that she was going to set everyone free. Power to the droids and power to the people, and let freedom ring and all that. But then she just left with her crew. Well, she got killed, and then her crew left. And they were there to fend for themselves, and they just couldn't. And they were all recaptured and put to death afterward.
Oh wow, they weren't just like repurposed for something else.
No, they were murdered. We can't have this happening again. So they were dead.
Oh wow, there you go.
That's a shame.
Damn you, Kessel. Here's a story for you. Multiple women have died in childbirth after a after a fatal flaw found in the GH7 droids.
Oh, what happened there?
Apparently, these droids are not very good at what they do, and the women are just dying in childbirth. Meanwhile, the droids are always using the excuse that they just didn't have the will to live.
Well, of course they didn't.
but so apparently they're telling their excuse is that they just don't have the will to live. But really, the droids are just letting them die basically because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Oh wow, yeah. So maybe we should find some new droids to repopulate help us repopulate the
apparently
world,
this is a widespread crisis.
Yes, for sure. No children will be born.
Yeah.
Until
the children are being born. Just all the moms are dying.
Okay, all the children will be sadly orphaned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's terrible news.
And then they're probably going to be abandoned, and there'll be like these perverts looking after them.
Yeah, we can't have that.
I heard that there was an old hermit looking after some
Yes.
8-year-old boy.
Earlier in the newscast we talked about that. Yes, for sure. But it is a slow news day. But it was found that Supreme Leader Snoke's birth certificate has been located. It reveals his first name is Todd. Todd Snoke was reached out to.
Todd Snoke.
And he declined comment.
Who? Todd declined comment?
Todd Snoke declined comment.
Oh, okay.
He was very angry.
Could be because he's dead.
Well, before he died.
Oh.
Todd Snoke's.
He declined comment.
He did, yes. Just to let you know.
I mean, that could be a reason why he was so angry.
Very well.
His name is Todd.
Very well could have been. And I do have one more late breaking news for you folks. He was there and then he wasn't, witnesses say, as former Jedi Master Yoda has passed away at age 900.
Oh, that's sad.
That's very sad. The witness was there. He said he saw him and then he just disappeared.
Wonder who that witness could have been.
It's unknown at this point who the witness was, but he just saw him and then the man disappeared, or the little green fella, legendary Jedi Master, has died tonight at the age of 900.
That's very sad.
Take a moment of silence for our dear, beloved Jedi.
I'm gonna pour one out.
Okay.
I don't think we have anything else. I just wanted to play it one more time.
We have some more, but I'll
You'll save them for
we'll
another
save them for the
another
next.
segment when I can come up with 3 more, because Kenny came up with like 37 of them.
I gotta pee.
He had a slow week at work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was like busy as hell. So did we talk about this on our last episode, or did we just talk about this at Twin Peaks when we were there?
Talk about what?
I bought some vintage Return of the Jedi coloring books.
I think it was it was when we were out the other day.
Oh, see, this is one of those times when like where like we have to stop ourselves and be like, yeah, we shouldn't be talking about this right now. We should be saving this for the podcast.
Yeah, that's hard to do though. Like when you're in mid conversation.
So anyway, so I got a.
He's opening it now.
Yeah, I'm opening it now. It came in the mail today.
Fascinating.
Well, I actually had to go to the post office and fucking pick this up because there was no safe, secure place for
your coloring books.
for the USPS to leave this. Apparently,
Oh, you have like a freaking box full of diamonds or something in there. Like,
it's. There's a lot of fucking tape on this,
yeah, they don't want anybody getting in.
but. But anyway, yeah, like they'll leave shit at my door all the time, and it's all fine. And if they don't leave it at the door, they have the option of leaving it at the apartment complex office, or by the mailbox. There's also like parcel lockers.
And
So
they
so
couldn't-
apparently, the office was closed, the parcel lockers were full, and they just couldn't leave it at my doorstep, so they had to return it because there was no safe and secure place. So I had to actually drive to the post office to pick up my vintage coloring books.
I can't wait to see these.
So, but there's also a poster, an immunization poster.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
I showed you the poster?
You did. I was a fan of that. Yeah, I like it.
So here's the coloring books.
Oh, those are nice. Return of the Jedi coloring book. You have two of them.
Two
Here.
different ones.
Two separate coloring books.
One with Luke.
Are you gonna color in them, or are you just gonna post them?
No, of course not.
Fascinating stuff.
That's 1983.
Yeah, I see it.
coloring book right there.
1983 is the year. You should have bought two. How much were these?
$14.99.
So you could have bought two of them and just colored in one. And
Oh, okay, you're gonna say you could have bought two and given one to you.
well, okay, you should have bought three of them. Bought one, colored in the other one, and gave me the third one.
I didn't like coloring when I was a kid, though. I hated coloring books.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like fun. I'm kind of anxious to see what pictures are inside.
Well, open it up.
Are they? But no, they're in the plastic. They're all nice. Are you just gonna post
you
them?
can open it up. It's
You
just
sure?
a fucking comic book protector.
Okay. I don't want to mess up your.
It's not sealed.
It kind of is sealed.
It's not. It just fucking opens up.
Okay.
It's just a comic book and backer board.
Oh, dude, this is nice. You could, okay, cool. Oh, we could have illustrations to our news articles.
That we're on a podcast here. They can't see this.
Freaking Ewoks everywhere. Jeez. Oh, look at you, fine princess. There's way more Ewoks.
Is there a coloring book picture of Slave Leia in
There
there?
is, yeah. I saw it. I was like, let me not make a comment about this.
How can you not, though? This is a coloring book for children in 1983.
I don't know what shame Luke is feeling here.
Oh, that's awesome. Luke's got his lightsaber like,
Tucked between his legs.
and his head down, like in shame. It's phenomenal.
Wow. Oh, here's Leia, just kind of covered up with the Chewbacca. You know, protect me, Chewbacca. Oh, that's awesome.
It smells old.
Parents of Earth, are your children fully immunized? It does smell. It smells like an old baseball card. Do your records show it? Question mark.
It's a immunization poster with R2D2 and C3PO.
Call
on it
your
from
doctor
1978.
or health department to make sure, and may the force be with you. This is fantastic. Are you gonna frame this?
I'd like to.
You should frame this. I like it. This is like top of the line thing here. This is nice.
Piece of paper. I don't think you're gonna break it.
Break
Just
this
don't-
piece of paper.
Just don't rip it, and you're fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, it definitely smells old.
the first page I went to, there's Slave Leia. He's got a nice firm grasp on her midsection there,
And he's got
Holding
like a
his
look on
rod.
face.
while he holds a rod.
She looks disgusted.
It's like, get your damn hands off me.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Get your damn hands off him.
Yes, hold that rod there, Luke.
So yeah, these illustrations in the coloring book are not like I feel like I could have done just as well, and
These
I'm
are
no artist.
fantastic, for real though. This is either Tobias Beckett or Lando. Not sure which one.
It depends on how you color.
Yes. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. I like it. I should have bought one for myself. Oh, at the end you have Chewbacca, C-3PO, and 2.
And it looks like an Ewok giving Chewbacca a blowjob.
Oh, yes. And that smile, though. That smile says it all. Yes. Folks, pick up the Star Wars Return of the Jedi coloring book from Kenner.
This is the one with Max Rebo on the cover.
This is issue 18410. 18410. It is fantastic. My review of this coloring book. Can I open this one too?
You sure can.
Man, we got that's awesome. This is 18420.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the coloring books. It was a good purchase. And I bought them on a whim. Like,
What the? Yeah, this is good stuff. Oh, here's Obi-Wan. The
Yeah.
old hermit.
You could illustrate that. You could color it, and you wouldn't even know he was a ghost.
Yeah. So it all depends on how you do it. Oh, here's okay. This is nice. A couple stormtroopers. Who the fuck is this guy? It's like Grandpa driving the Falcon.
Well, I think he's in the gunner well of the Falcon,
But
but
who is he?
I don't know.
The old man.
It's not something from the movie.
Breaking news: old man sneaks into Falcon, starts shooting.
That was speaking. Like they never showed who was in the gunner wells of the Falcon during Return of the Jedi.
Well, there you go. That's who it was. This old man just snuck in.
Is that Chewbacca?
Yeah, he's very fucking bushy.
Yeah, that's not a very good illustration.
Ugh.
Size noodles.
That was more about the family of Ewoks.
You're not an Ewok fan?
No, I used to be. Yeah, we've talked about that before, but
I have no issues with the Ewoks.
Yak Face, Salacious Crumb, 3PO, and Reese.
So that one's captioned?
Yeah, none of the other ones are captioned. Oh, Salacious Crumb with the dirty dancing or the dirty pose here. Like, hey girl,
Hey you.
you come over here, sit next to me.
Oh, there's another caption.
Yeah.
What's the caption on that one? Max Rebo.
Size Snoodles and the Rebo Band with Der Droopy. That's what it says. Der Droopy.
They're droopy.
Der Droopy.
I always just thought his name was Droopy McCool.
This is Yuzum. Yuzum.
Really? Okay, that's fucking weird. Okay, so Yuzum. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there was a Yuzum in the.
This is Bebop and Rocksteady. Apparently.
But Yuzum didn't show up until the special edition,
Maybe he was
And he's
he was planned all along.
and that's weird though. He's in the '83 coloring book, but he didn't show up until the special edition, unless he was in the background or something, and then they just made him part of the band.
Here's Boba Fett with some Transdoshans.
I don't know how well this is translating for the podcast audience,
I'm sorry, I got distracted. We'll get back to it.
but anyway, yeah, we're reviewing a coloring book from 1983 here, and there's some great.
I got
there's some great
distracted. Yeah, I
illustrations.
forgot I was on the podcast. I'm sorry. Anyway, what else we got?
What else do we got? I don't know. What else do we want to talk about? Anything you've seen lately that you just wanted to discuss?
Not really.
Nick just texted everybody.
Asking how everything's going.
Should we call him? see if he can lend us a few words, because this episode has been off the rails from the start, but I like it. I've had some fun. Jason works overnight too, right?
No, PM.
Oh, he's PM.
Hello?
Hey, are you on break?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Because we're live on the podcast, Nick.
Oh, okay. It's really loud here, so I
Okay,
wasn't
cool.
sure if you guys were still recording or not.
We are still recording. We missed you dearly.
I'm sure you did.
Do you have anything you want to bring to the podcast on your? I told Brian like you'll literally do anything to get out of watching Rebels.
What, me?
Yes, you.
I had no choice. Okay,
No.
I could either get out of Rebels or pay you for rent.
There's always a choice, Nick, and you made
Is there
the
now?
you made the choice to not watch.
And
Rebels.
apparently he chose pay you for
that's
rent.
that's for the next podcast. We'll watch 6 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But do you have anything you wanted to bring to this podcast?
I can bring you some music that's playing.
But we can't hear the music behind you.
Wait, hold on.
What song is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, it was wonderful.
I just work here, remember?
Yeah, you just go in whenever it's convenient for you.
Put in time.
What was that?
You just put in time.
That's right.
Okay.
You guys talking about actually anything exciting? Or you guys just missed me?
We're just pretty much nonsensing it up over here, plus talking about news sometimes.
Okay.
What do you have? We talked about the potential for the pretty much nonsense talk that there's going to be another holiday special. We talked about Resistance winning a Saturn Award. By the way, is Saturn Awards good? Or like, what is that? Is it like
It's a sci-fi award.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It was
It's remember Ryan Johnson and Mark Hamill at the Sci-Fi Saturn Awards last year?
But why was Resistance up against Family Guy and The Simpsons for best?
Because it's animated.
But that's not sci-fi. Like Simpsons aren't sci-fi.
I don't know. They had a sci-fi episode. I don't know how if I know.
Huh. Okay. I'm trying to find the best place to put you up against the microphone, unlike Jason's talk.
Have you guys not? I thought you were gonna figure this out.
Well, did I just?
Well, I think the key is stop fucking moving it around and just leave it up against the microphone.
I know.
You said that we figured it out, but we did.
When he's editing, when I'm editing, I'm like, Kenny, goddamn it.
We did figure it out, Nick. But we also the answer was to Skype you. Did I just Skype you? No, I did not just Skype you. So therefore, our figuring out answer is irrelevant.
There are people yelling at me or yelling at somebody.
Well, I'm yelling at you.
You guys see the headlines yet?
Yeah, we did. You got some headlines for us? Did you hear something?
If you did, hang on.
Hold on a second. Before you say something, before you go, hold on a second. Okay, go for it.
Today's weather is 53 degrees in Alderaan. Tomorrow is about 5,000.
Oh, bazinga.
I didn't hear it.
Um,
I didn't hear it.
He said today's weather is 53, tomorrow's is 5,000.
On Alderaan.
Stormtrooper disappears. They couldn't figure out why he was at his post. I don't know. I can't come up with anything right
You're not very good at this.
now. No, I was. But
Your
I had like 3 hours of sleep.
your pop picture was pretty funny though.
Which one?
Your pop picture of TK421.
Oh, yeah. Why aren't you at your post? Yeah,
Nick.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Nick, we're just reporting the news here. It's nothing you have to do. You report the news.
It's just what you've seen in the news.
What you see in the news, buddy. You don't have to come up with anything. The news writes itself. You just report it, okay?
What was the one I came up with?
Again, you're not coming up with it.
Yeah.
Crew died in an explosion or some shit like that.
Wow, that's fascinating stuff, Nick. Fascinating
I don't
stuff.
have anything. I really don't at the moment.
Maybe you'll get some inspiration when you listen back and edit our podcast.
Well, I mean, how long have you guys been recording? So it might take me about 6 hours to get to that point.
Hour and 21. And we're maybe done. We're not even decided yet. We could go all night.
This is riveting stuff.
Well, it was before you called, or before I called you.
We called you because we were kind of out of stuff to talk about.
Oh my god. You could talk about, I don't know, stuff. Wrestling, I don't know.
Well, we already did that.
We've talked about everything.
You guys have lost your way without me.
Oh yeah, kind of. But you give us more stuff to talk about.
I think it's good.
Unless you want to talk about comic books, there wasn't anything to talk about this week.
What happened in comic books?
I don't know. There's like they're gonna end the Star Wars comic line after like in December or something like that.
Like all comics or just Star
Oh,
Wars?
I think it may be like the main.
Oh. Was that breaking news?
No, it was Star Wars didn't die whatever, like 3 weeks ago or 3 days ago or whatever.
I'm like 6 months behind on comic book news just because Marvel Unlimited is 6 months behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for reading some comics. You
Cool.
guys call Jason?
No, he works just like you do.
He
But
works.
it's midnight.
It's
He's
Friday,
off
I
now,
guess.
right?
So I'm up and asking how Halloween Horror Nights is.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, man, go back to your work at undisclosed location A. And
MAZON.
all right, enjoy your break.
Alright.
Bye.
I imagine there's going to be a bunch of people sitting around on Star Wars Day, stuffing their grocery holes with some snacks.
That's what Nick's doing right now. He's stuffing his grocery hole with some snacks.
On break.
Yeah.
Now he is.
Be gone! Okay, so
Do you want to wrap it up, or are we good?
I mean, I can keep going if we got something to talk about.
We got to come up with something to talk about.
I mean, you can always pause it and
Yeah, pause it.
make it sound like we actually know what we're doing. So, folks, now as we wind down here, we've talked to Nick now. I mean, at this point, it's 12:34 a.m. here on the East Coast. I'm not sure if Jason is still with us. I mean, he's still alive.
Oh yes, but so going back to last week, I mean that segment was kind of a mess. So I don't know if we'll be doing that anymore. That we called him. It didn't really play well. We cut most of it out. Jason has
we
wasn't
didn't
like
cut enough of it out.
we should have probably cut the whole thing out, but he was, he was inebriated to
He is a little toasted.
to say it.
But
lately.
I mean, and then like I mean, I need to apologize too because like during that segment, I passed off the controls of the soundboard to you, and I think you may have been a little inebriated yourself.
Well, I led to the poor Jason segment by just pressing random buttons.
Yeah,
But to my
so-
credit, like my
so
eyesight.
You were definitely driving the soundboard while intoxicated.
Yes,
And
the
it did not go well.
UI. Yes, I get it.
Yeah, it was a little ugly. Like the segment was bad enough, and then you contributed with just random sound drops.
By the way, real quick, do we have an ETA on this when the tickets go on sale and stuff like that?
For the movie?
Yeah, it's just still
Rise
some
of
random
Skywalker?
Monday night. We don't know which Monday night or.
I'm thinking it'll be a Monday night in October.
So it could be the Monday after Triple Force Friday, or
I would say that would be a safe bet.
so it's coming up pretty quick then.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I
Okay.
still want to know what the other thing is that's happening on October 4th.
10-4 day. Is that
10-4. That should be Smokey and the Bandit Day. Because that was like, there was like a lot of CB going on in that movie. But you know what?
There ain't no Smokey and the Bandit Day.
is that not Batman Day? Isn't there a Batman Day you were saying?
There is a Batman Day coming up, but I don't know when it is. I just know it's either in October or November, and it's I don't know. It's some anniversary of Batman. Is it the 80th, or am I confusing that with Marvel because it's their 80th?
It's all
I don't know.
the same.
I don't know, but it's yeah, they're putting bat signals all over the world. But I think the only ones in the U.S. are New York City.
We're just gonna have a bunch of wannabe vigilantes getting murdered by actual thugs out there trying to save the day and not being at all equipped to do so.
Like, because people in New York and Los Angeles, which is where I was going with this, is where the two bat signals will be in the U.S. You think like actual Batmen are gonna try to respond
They're gonna see
to
it
those
and then
bat
like
signals?
and come down and try to swoop down on some woman getting their purse taken or something
And then they're gonna get their ass kicked.
by Antonio Brown or whoever the hell's in the alley.
Hey, speaking of that, I saw Antonio Brown got released by the.
Yeah, that didn't take long.
did I miss like what? Did something happen there?
No, there was like an SI article that came out, and another woman said that she was painting a mural in his house, and he came up behind her, and only had like a handkerchief over his junk or something, and like he was just standing behind her all weird or whatever, and then he threatened her kids or some shit. I don't know, it was a whole thing. So I read. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to get sued by Antonio Brown or Drew Rosenhaus or whoever his agent is.
I don't know. I saw it pop up on my phone today, and I was like, oh, I want to read that later, and I just didn't have time. But
It's not. Yeah, whatever. He's not. Hopefully, nobody else signs him. Hopefully, the Chiefs don't sign him.
I mean, the Raiders have already released him. They're the team that you would think
They're not going to sign it. Well, no, I always thought it would be the Patriots. It'd probably the Cowboys or something. They don't seem to care.
Well, apparently the Eagles have no
Moral compass.
they were the team that signed Michael Vick. So, maybe he's got a shot with the Eagles or the Cowboys.
Andy Reid was coach there, so maybe he will go to Kansas City at the time when they signed Michael Vick. So
yeah, but they're the ones who released what's his name, the running back.
But still, they have Tyreek Hill on their team, and that was a whole other situation.
Well, he was just trying to teach the kid how to box. Come on. It's just survival skills.
Yes, breaking news. World-class athlete beats 4-year-old while training to box.
Yeah, maybe the kid wasn't ready yet. Just maybe.
Just poor judgment on preparation. Should have given him extra.
On the child or the...
Oh, yeah, the child wasn't prepared whatsoever. Like, he just needs to go back and reassess who he is before he comes back into this.
So, yeah, yeah. Come on.
All right, so is there any other news or notes or apologies or train wrecks or embarrassments that we want to get out of the way?
I apologize for all of our previous episodes, I guess. The train wrecks that they have been. No, really. We've had some good stuff out there, some good content. It's just sprinkled in among other.
Episode 43. Wow. It's as old
that where
as
we're at?
you are.
What?
Wait, no, you're not 43. Yeah, this is 43.
We're at 43 already?
43 or 44. I think it's 43.
Holy shit. We're coming up
last week was the Jackie Robinson episode.
We're coming up on our golden episode soon. We should do something special for that.
For what, 50?
50.
50. Okay. Yeah.
Episode 50. And that's a significant milestone considering we were bi-weekly.
Yeah, so we've done it for like 100 weeks.
100 weeks.
Or it's something. Yes.
Aside from like the, I don't know, 2 weeks or so that we were off kilter and didn't quite get there. Which
we never quite get there, but
which makes no sense because we were off kilter because Nick moved from Orlando to our area, and then we couldn't find the time to get together.
Yes.
But yet we managed to do that when he lived 200 miles away. So, I don't know. Go figure on that.
Yeah. Oh, we're squared away. I think 2 weeks. Regardless of if someone takes a week off, I think we're good to go.
Yeah,
all the way at least through December, right? I know we got some stuff. We got the
holidays are always tough. So we always we'll figure something out there if we have to record and
come over. You can do it at my studios.
Yeah. I don't know what that studio will be called, but obviously this is the Trench Run Studios in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay, so let's end it. You want to end it? You want to get out of here? You want to do this thing?
Well, I'm not getting out of here because I live here. But
so those of you that are still around, please rate and subscribe to us. Give us 5 stars on this here, on whichever podcast streaming service, whatever podcast service you decide to do so.
Audio Boom or Stitcher or
SoundCloud
or iTunes or
iTunes, all of the above.
Podcasts Are Us.
Tinder, whatever. Swipe left or right, whichever one is good for us.
FarmersOnly.com.
Christian Mingle.
and any of those, whatever you're listening to us on, rate us. Even if you want to just rate us poorly.
I don't even care if you give us a 1. Just rate us. That's fine.
And write a comment
leave a
because
comment,
we'll absolutely share it.
Yeah, we had one comment one time and we shared it. And
Way back when. I don't even know if that guy's still listening to us.
Probably not. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here. Nick, don't forget to look at his YouTube stuff at Movie Emporium and his Twitter at Movie Emporium, or at Big Shadow or something on
Something
Twitter.
like Big Shadow 1138
on Twitter. Reach out to Brian and myself. Brian is where?
I don't know. You tell me.
At Real Trench Run _Brian.
See, I knew you'd know it.
And I am at Kenny81 on Twitter. And that's it. Thank you very much. And bye-bye.
Good day.
No, Nick, to Nick, Nick. Hey, Nick.
There ain't no Smokey and the Bandit day.